Patterns. When I first heard about this topic, I thought, how am I going to teach this to my class in a way that will help them understand it? So please stay with me in this video while I reflect on the lesson that I conducted. So, to give an overview, the topic of the lesson was patterns and sequencing. Now, using Bloom's taxonomy, the objectives for the learners was them being able to understand, analyze, and create a pattern or a sequence. So for the introduction, I established prior knowledge by asking the learners what they knew about patterns, if they've seen them before, and what they look like. Then I played a YouTube video on the introduction of patterns, which really engaged the learners and helped to give them a good introduction into the topic while keeping them interested. Now, to develop the lesson, I presented a PowerPoint presentation to the learners with different sequences, which they guessed the next object in the sequence. Now, this helped the learners to have fun while also developing more knowledge on how a sequence or a pattern is extended. So, to consolidate the lesson, the learners then filled out a printed worksheet where they traced the shapes and then they would extend that pattern that they traced. So, in terms of SAMR levels or SAMR levels, the tools that we used were ICT tools such as the laptop that we used and the projector that was projecting the video onto the smartboard, as well as a YouTube and PowerPoint presentation. So the subject would be me, the teacher, and the object would be the grade R learners. So the product was our learning outcomes, which are the ability to understand what a pattern is, the ability to analyze a pattern given to them, as well as extend that pattern, the ability to create their own pattern. Now, the rules in the SAMR level they are there to help us focus on achieving our learning outcomes, and so they would include that learners should pay attention to the video, that they should participate during the PowerPoint presentation, for example, and fill out their worksheets individually. The community that would be involved would be the school teacher, the learners' parents, as well as the LTSMs. In hindsight, the learners were very well engaged during the introduction and development phase. I could have perhaps used more ICT tools during the consolidation phase. So instead of the printed worksheet, I could have used a quiz on Kahoot, and that would have helped them not only to just think individually, but also as a group, and be able to consolidate the whole lesson in a fun and engaging way for them. Thank you so much for listening to my reflection video, and see you in the next one.